Have you already given up on your New Year's resolution of going to the gym? Would hearing about other people who are much larger than you help you get over it? If you answered yes to either of those questions, then this video is just for you. I'm going to talk about people who are literally larger than life and a potential solution for that problem. Known for being a fat sack of human, Manuel Uribe was a Mexican man who migrated to the good old US of A in 1987. He embraced the American lifestyle and blended in a little too well by rapidly gaining weight to the point where he couldn't even get out of bed. He weighed close to 1,300 pounds and most clothes didn't fit him, so if you were supposed to take care of him, you'd have to lift the circus tent surrounding him, bring a water bottle for the hike over his mounds of fat to his crotch, and then your grand prize would be wiping his cock and balls whenever he took a piss. In his 175 BMI prime, I feel weird calling mind-boggling obesity a prime. He theoretically had enough fat on him to stop a bullet, according to the old television show Mansers. If Manuel Uribe was a woman who had a son, all the kids in the neighborhood would never stop telling yo mama jokes. He didn't do much except diet for several years, and he lost a lot of weight because of it. Eventually he married a woman, and he was quoted as saying, "I am proof you could find love in any circumstances." If a man who is so fat that he cut a hole in his bed to take a shit manages to find love, then you can too. 2 years later he was divorced, and I'd like to think he commented, "If I can get divorced, then love is a myth and God is dead." 3.5 years after his divorce, he passed away from obesity-related complications. May God rest his big bone skeleton. Manuel tried dieting like a normal human, and look where that got him. He lost over 500 pounds and still managed to be morbidly obese. I think it's so weird that morbid obesity is like a medical term. Like classifying someone as being overweight or obese makes sense because it leads to health issues, but when you preface it with the word morbid, it sounds like the doctor broke character for a second. Jim is rather heavy set. Scratch that, he is obese. Actually, that doesn't even do it justice. He is morbidly obese. That guy is horrendously fat. If you took a couple of normal-ass dudes, their combined weight would still be less than Jim's. He is a disgusting mashup of 80 to 90 guys put together. Morbid. If you wanted to lose weight, then I have a strategy for you. You might ask whether you should be listening to me for actual nutritional advice. Well, here's a little taste of my credentials. There have been days where I have almost finished two-topping pizzas by 10 a.m. Basically what I'm saying is, I'm an able-bodied nutritionist. There's a trick that you won't believe actually works. Here's a little fad diet that will make your coworkers jealous. Doctors hate it. One quick trick that will make you want to fornicate with a beehive. You'll run headfirst into a glass window when you hear this weight loss trick. If you want to lose weight fast, just don't fucking eat. With this diet, there's no need to watch where you eat if you're not eating at all. I'm not talking about anorexia. That is a legitimate eating disorder and you should see a doctor. I'm talking more about intermittent fasting, but like, not intermittent. It's just straight up a fast. For the first 6 hours of not eating, things are pretty hunky-dory. You don't realize what's happening and your body's going along for the ride. After 6 hours, you run out of glycogen, and then your body is all, "What the fuck, man? Need some food, dumbass?" This rather rude reaction from your body leads to you getting angry at things because your brain isn't getting fed, commonly known as being hangry. Once you are out of short-term nutrients, the human body says, "Alright, good thing I bought this shit on sale last week," and starts eating away at your fat. When people who think you're better than you are saying, "I'm eating keto," this means that they're eating so that their body enters ketosis so that way they lose weight. Your body eats away at this fat for a while until your brain realizes, "Why am I eating this old shit? What do I do with this trash?" As a result, cognitive function starts to become impaired and ketones have to be used in order to stay sane. Over the span of 72 hours, it really is a mental thing of wanting to eat. If you could get over that, then you're pretty much cruising. And by cruising, I mean you'll die within 3 weeks likely because you need certain vitamins to live. So the stop eating diet is good to a certain point, but it can't be done to the point where you would get down to your ideal weight, right? Enter Angus Barbieri. The man named after a meat was also known for being a fat sack of human. He was 400 plus pounds and his diet was pretty bad. So the doctors just decided to eliminate it all. No need to worry about calories in, calories out when you ignore half the equation. Initially, the plan was for him to stop eating for a short amount of time because although we just learned that you need to live, or I did at least, doctors apparently knew that already. Once the short fast was complete, Angus said, fuck it, I'm just gonna talk normally. I love eating, but I'm kind of killing it right now. I'm going to keep up with this whole starvation diet thing and see where it goes. Oh, sure. What do we know? We're just doctors. Angus continued to not eat while still taking the necessary vitamins, and he kept cruising along. He would still drink black coffee, tea, water, all that jazz because it has 0 calories. It sounds like it's a made-up story, and the doctors thought so too, but whenever Angus visited the hospital, they took his blood sugar levels and they came back as pretty gosh darn low. So the medical staff must have thought, holy shit, this guy's for real. Speaking of shit, he still pooped during this whole thing. I was curious, if you stop eating, would you stop pooping? And the answer is no, you would keep pooping. Your body still has natural secretions, and you don't need food to blow shit out your ass, but the toilet visits would probably be quick. Angus, what the bloody fuck is taking you so long? You haven't eaten anything in 3 months. Why are you still in the bathroom after 15 minutes? Angus is on the other side of the door slamming his meat like, fucking bloody shite woman! Can't a man have a wank in peace? This is an Irish accent, not a Scottish accent. Fucking Christ, I suck at this. Angus's goal was to get to his ideal weight of 180 pounds, and 382 days later, he hit that goal. The reason you shouldn't do this is because you'd likely die if you don't eat for over a year. Mr. Barbieri is an anomaly. There's a reason I'm talking about this story. It would be a really shit topic if I was like, here's Tiffany. She did Weight Watchers for a month and lost 10 pounds. I mean, good for Tiffany, you go girl. But a Scottish man named Angus went over a year not eating anything. What do you eat after not eating anything for over a year? People ask, what would be your last meal? But no one asks, what do you crave when you're hungry for over a year? Angus had an egg with a slice of buttered bread, and he said he enjoyed his egg and was very full after eating it. If I was hungry after not eating for a while, I could hound a lot of grub if given the opportunity. Why didn't Angus do the same? Well, after being starved for a while, your body needs to go through a sort of detox period called refeeding. It takes about a week in severe cases, and it happens because the nutrients that carbs would give you are reintroduced to the body. When that happens, your brain's like, oh shit, it's about damn time, and the cells in your body treat it like you have plenty to go around. Because of this, the nutrients are taken from your blood and you would die after you essentially ate yourself out. I mean like the refeeding went wrong. I didn't mean that you perform autocunnilingus and then you pass away. I'm not thinking straight. I need something to eat. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, send it to a friend. They might like it too. Also be sure to subscribe or follow this channel on Instagram if you want to be notified of future releases.